Alright, so I have some green wire left over from a previous fat install of some sort. Heck, I don't know. I knew there was a reason why I never throw this stuff away. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my own wire real quick here. I'm gonna start off. I'll just leave it this length for now. Come in tight. Alright, green's gonna solder to E. Be sure to put just a dab of flex paste on E and F. These are the 2 points we're gonna be doing. That's E, green. And next we have brown, goes to F. Just like so. And make sure that hey, at this point you should be done soldering to any of those points. So make sure you take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, isopropylene 99%, standard stuff. You can get it at Walmart. Like the crap your mama used to put on your wounds, burn like hell. Not peroxide though, different than that. But some isopropylene and some Q-tips or another cleaning applicator to clean up this flux residue. The sooner the better. If you get it while it's fresh and still tacky, it comes up a little easier. If you work with it a couple of times, it gets a little more dry and brittle to the point where you can actually press on it and it cracks. But it gets harder to scrub off. And me, I'm anal about my cleaning. Should see some of the things I've had come through my doors. I've had consoles come in with flux paste just caked all over the place in places where people have no business even putting it. Then again, I've had consoles come in with thermal paste all over the place. I even had, well, this one, this is actually the console. This one came in, I shit you not, it had hot glue from here to here. Now you tell me why or how you managed to get hot glue from here to here. It took me about 4 hours to get that hot glue off without damaging anything. The whole time I'm thinking there's gotta be damage under here. No, it was fine. Nothing wrong with it. It was completely plugged up with hot glue. Well, there was something wrong with it actually. The south bridge was shot. I put a new one on. Alright, back to the wiring. Now, like I said, I'm making my own wire here, so it's extremely long. We're going to run it over here. And your brown wire is going to come to, we're going to the third row up, or the third one up, so 2 up from the red here. Brown wire comes to the closest point, and the green wire is going to come to the farthest point. So, we're going to go ahead and apply some flux here. And we're right back over here, right behind the Ethernet plug-in. apply a little bit of flex paste to both joints. And we'll come in and apply a little bit of solder to both joints. These ones like to eat the solder. And it ends up bubbling out the back. Alright, we're going to widen up just a little bit. Here's what I do. I make sure to have just a little bit of a curl in it. That way I got room to play with it. And then I mark it with my mammoth fingernails that everyone loves. Snip it off. Use my teeth as a stripper. Come on in here. I'm going to put a little bit more flex paste on here. And I'm going to put a spot of solder on my iron. Tack it in there like so, and inspect it. Next we're going to attach the green wire. Green wire is going to have to be just a smidgen longer because it goes to the next solder point over. I'm going to put a bend in it so I know where I need to cut. And again, use my teeth as a wire stripper because I didn't get out my wire stripper and I'm too lazy to walk over there and pick it up. It's at least 20 feet away. Alright, so now this one, being that it keeps swallowing up all the solder, I'm going to take and put just a dab of flux on the tip of my wire. Clean my iron tip off. Pre-time the tip of the wire itself. Again, keeping a little bit of solder on the tip of my iron. There we have it, tacked in place. Now, like Captain Repetitive, yeah, I made him up. Make sure you clean up. This is probably the most boring part of my videos. Most people don't listen. They don't clean up. It's redunculous. Alright. We're going to come over here real quick to the prototype chip. I'll point some out to you here. Well, I already told you that later on when we're tweaking, we may have to add capacitors to these points. These 2 points right here. This socket right here is what's it called? Apexi wire. You have to order it separately through X consoles when you order this kit. It basically replaces the blue wire. Right over here, right here. These pads here, there's 3 of them. One is empty, or one has a resistor in there. This resistor is actually a 0 value resistor. It has zeros on it, 0, 0, 0, meaning it's basically non-existent. It's working as a jumper. Does nothing. We're gonna go ahead and float this resistor off. These 3 pads we're also going to use while attempting to boot. This one is, let's see, sorry about my head. This one here you use for starters. We're going to put a bridge back on here. We'll start off with that one. And if you can't get it booting, then you can move up to 2 and you can move up to 1. Only do 1 at a time. Don't try and do all 3. I believe they work kind of like the RJ TIG, the 1.2 volt jumper, the 1.8 volt jumper. Knowledge is a little foggy off the top of my head on that. But for starters, we're going to remove that resistor and put a jumper on 3. Without one of them, it won't do nothing. It'll just sit there. So you got to at least have something activated. Default is to have 3 activated, so we're going to leave default activated for now. Alright.